Okay, in this advanced video, we're going to look a little bit at paid advertising and driving some traffic to our website. Now, what we're going to do in this video, we're going to focus mostly on Facebook, and we're going to create a dark post. Now, everywhere I've seen that's tried to explain dark posts and media buys with Facebook has been horrible. So I'm going to walk you through that, but we're also going to dive deeper. And I'm quite honest, I'm cheap when it comes to paid advertising. I don't like paying a lot. Remember, your profit margins on an order are usually only about anywhere from 6 to 10%. So again, you've got to make sure that if you're going to use paid media, that it's cost effective and it's going to be profitable. You might actually just want to start building up an audience and know that it's an investment in the long run as well. So again, making sure you're focused for conversions. Maybe you've got some lead building, list building on there, like we talked about in some of the bonus training with Stack, or you've got on this page in the Advanced and Power Bundle, you have List Rocket and all sorts of other avenues for building leads. So you want to make sure that you've got your conversions up before you dive into paid traffic. You also want to make sure that you set a budget and that you scale that budget over time. As you get stats, you get more profitable, you can increase that budget. But know that you're investing in the long-term success of your business. That's kind of a one core message. I love paid traffic. Paid traffic is the lifeblood of our company because we can turn it on or off. We can, if we want more, we pay more. That's it. And as long as we're making more money than we're spending in the long run, that's absolutely fine. So if this is entirely optional, you can do this or not, but I'm just going to show you what we do, basically. Okay, so let's dive in. First of all, you need to come over to your advertising, so facebook.com/ads, manage your ads, and we're going to use the Power Editor. Now, the Power Editor only works in Chrome, so you need to come over here to the left-hand side and select Power Editor right here. Had to look for it for a second there. I was having a little bit of dyslexic moment. Couldn't see it for looking straight at it. So first of all, we're going to come over here to Manage Ads, Campaigns, and then click Add New Campaign. We're going to give this a name. Let's call it, let's just say Azon Zombie, and we'll call it Apocalypse, because that's the ad I'm going to do, Apocalypse. Okay, I am dyslexic, guys, so bear with me. And we're just going to leave it on auction for now, and we're actually going to change that to post engagement. So create ads that boost your post and increase likes, comments, shares, and everything else. So we'll do that for now, okay? And then create. Now, this part usually stumps a lot of people, so I'm going to show you a little secret. Most people have never created a post from within the Power Editor. And this step is, it's hidden. Most people don't even know it's here. But if you come up here where it says this account up here, you can see Manage Pages. Now, we're going to go over to Zombie Safe House. And you can say, hey, you can remove this schedule and all this kind of good stuff. And there's one of the posts that we boosted. But let's actually now come up here and click Create Post. And you can direct it wherever you want. In our case, we'll actually just send it right to our homepage. Okay, so we'll do that. And then, let's see. I want to put the thing, let's see, shop now. Okay. Have you got what it takes? Or will you run scared? Prove you have the guts and the brains. Okay, we'll be funny here. Add a little humor, it's always good. To survive a true zombie apocalypse. Now, okay, so link headline. If we want to do this, have you got what it takes to survive a zombie But remember, we're targeting a specific audience, so we can do all sorts of things, display link, and you can roll over if you're not sure of any of these. We can play around with this description. You can add more, of what you want in there, and what have you. We're going to upload an image. Going to select an image. I've already created one just to show you. I just did that. Very simple. It's below the 20% rule, so we got that, and I should be able to get that from my desktop, wherever I put that, and I think I put it at the bottom there. Okay, zombie add 1. Okay, so that'll be that. And again, you want to go into more description. You want to have a lot more information. I'm going to do that. The ultimate source for zombie gear. Let's say for the coolest zombie gear. Okay, and let's see if we can anything else in here that we like. You can do posts and videos and photos and all the rest of it. I'm just trying to look to see if there's anything else I like. I think that'll do for now. Okay, now you'll see here you want to make sure that this post will only be used as an ad. In other words, it's unpublished, it's not shown on your page. That's why it's called a dark post. Not because it's something nefarious, not because we're talking about zombies. It's just that we are creating this unpublished post that we're going to use purely as an ad. Now, once we're done here, you can see we can select it. We can roll over any of the ones we've got. And I just want to kind of roll over them. I want to check it, see how it looks. It looks okay to me. Maybe check it on the mobile news feed. Check it on the sidebar, how it looks. I'm okay with that. I think that's good. So now that we're ready with that, we actually want to kind of now turn that into an ad. Now, the way we do that is we select Create Ad. And we want to select the existing campaign name that we did earlier on, Azon Zombie Apocalypse. And we want to choose an existing ad set. You can use one if you've already created it, but we're going to create a new. And we'll call this Zombie Apoc 1. Okay, well, actually just that. And again, there's our ad. We can preview it. And again, we can decide, okay, that's the hidden ad. And we'll select this. We can use the ad type. We just want to select it as that. Using a page post. The fan, okay, you can select which page you want it from. That's the post that we created. It's unpublished. Okay, so that's great. And you can see how that's going to look in all the different feeds and everything else. And now you can actually start your targeting. Now, you can either target to your existing audiences. You could, for example, here, use existing pixels, ones that we might have already set up if you want to. Or we're going to actually target it as we see fit to any other different type of audience. So we can now do custom audiences if you've already got one. If you want to create just people who are in a certain demographic, maybe primarily men up to the age of 40, older geeks like me, however you want to refine it. Enter a language, let's do English, US primarily, maybe that's my target market. Now we can go and target people who like zombies. So zombie, zombie fictional, Zombieland the movie, zombie comedy. So we can now start building up our direct audience who we want, to people to see this. Now, okay, let's just ignore that part there. 28 days later, night of the hangover. Maybe that's not my audience, but you can get the idea. There's people who have said which movies they like. If they like zombie movies, guess what? Perfect. Maybe they like, okay, let's see what else we got in here. 28 weeks later, another classic zombie movie, Dawn of the Dead. Okay, Day of the Dead. People who like this, Return of the Living Dead. So anyone who likes horror movies or Amityville Horror, you've got a huge potential audience that you can build up for your ads. And you can go down by categories and everything else. I'm not going to go into all of that. You can figure out your own. But as it goes through, it will scan and think about, okay, what's your potential audience? Once you're done with that, set your budget. You're all good to go. So it's very, very powerful, optimizations and pricing. Like I said, I am cheap. I will pay the least amount of money possible. I will set my campaigns going as cheaply as I can, and then again just throw a little bit of money at it every single day until I'm happy with it. So I might do cost per million and just be cheap as heck. Now it might suggest a bid, go cheap. The reason being is a lot of people burn through their ad budget at the start of the day, and then the cheaper inventory of ads appears at the end of the day. So hey, that's fine. I will play around with it and I will increase my budget bit by bit. I know that this is an ongoing and I would say a testing period. I might test it for a week, 2 weeks, or what have you, but I will want to see, am I getting clicks? What's my CTR? Am I, paying for traffic? Am I getting traffic? Is it cheap? Am I converting? Again, that's the process you go through, but that's how you create a awesome dark post. And once you're done, make sure again that you are ready to rock, that you're going to get approved. If you have any problems with approval, you can go through again. Usually it's down to the 20% rule, and is your ad 20%, or you've got 20% text and everything else. There are a couple of testers for that, but that's basically it. Now you've got an ad running, a dark post running. It sounds all nefarious. It's an unpublished post ad, and that's it. You're done now. And you can see we've got the shop now button. Have you got what it takes to survive? I should have actually capitalized that. Should have put a question mark on that. But you get the idea. And it's easy to go and play around with that. So that's setting up a dark post. And you could set up several of them. I mean, we talked about a special deal with Batman. That Batman zombie statue. You could create another dark post just for that. Your zombie deal of the day. Boom. Done. Just play around with it. Start creating those ads. Now, once you've got that going, another source of traffic I love is Site Scout. Now, Site Scout is great. This basically is an aggregator of ad inventory that is surplus inventory on lots of other sites. Now, you should already have a Facebook retargeting pixel on your site. We've talked about that. You should do that. If you haven't, get it done. But you can also use Site Scout as retargeting and media buying as well. So Site Scout actually aggregates all this surplus cheap inventory from many ad networks and gives you the option of targeting and jumping in there. Now again, it's not as targeted as per se Facebook, which gives us great demographic targeting, which is one of the reasons I absolutely love Facebook marketing. However, with this, you can create a new campaign and look at inventory. So I'm just going to create a new campaign for desktop. We're going to call it, you can set up all sorts. You can target by contextual, by audience, retargeting, or target directly by website. And you can also, funnily enough, target users on Facebook, which is great because I love mass retargeting. I love creating ads all over the web for a lot of my stuff. But again, I am cheap when it comes to paid media. So let's actually set up, for example, a website campaign. Okay. And you can target by specific websites. You can go through all your other good stuff. But let's actually have a look at, you can either target by geographic locations, you can target specific countries, you can set up your overall ads, but let's actually look at the inventory out there. So one thing you can do, again, contextual means they've shown an interest in X, okay? Audience-based means that you show ads to the pixels and the custom audience that you've created in Site Scout, very much like Facebook. Or you can target specific websites if you want to as well. So for example, let's just see if there is any zombie websites. I have no idea. Okay, so stupid zombies, you can actually, now this is a cool thing that you probably didn't know. You can also use this to target zombie apps, zombie games and everything else. And you can see some of this apps. You can target specific mobile games and everything else. Plants versus Zombies, awkwardzombie.com. I had no idea this inventory was available. Zombie Roomy, the Zombie Hunters. So, hey, you know what? No problem. I can now... there's even a game called Push the Zombie. I'm going to have to go download some of these games. But the cool thing is that you can now target your specific audience and just say, okay, well, what do they have? What's the actual ad placements? And they give you all the different sizes. Now, if you don't have these ads, the cool thing is you can go over to somewhere like Graphic River, and let's just do a search for banner. And there's all sorts of great banner templates. If you don't do it yourself, give it to a designer to do. Hire someone on Fiverr. Tell them all the different sizes of what you want, and you can do any kind of ad you like. So, okay, these are all you can usually get really great packs already done, and then you just swap out the graphics. So, okay, it could be, have you got what it takes to survive? Learn more or shop now or something like that in your site. So you can see all these different banners and ad sizes. You can have someone create you an inventory of banners and then go create and target all these great games. 3D Zombiestein or the Zombie Hunters, Zombie Roomy. I love all these. So again, there's some great websites that might be just perfectly targeted to your audience. And while they have an average CPM, that's per 1,000 impressions, remember, if you're driving traffic to your website, not only are you creating a custom audience, so you should have basically a Site Scout retargeting cookie and your Facebook retargeting cookie. What happens is now you're building that massive custom audience everywhere. So everywhere they go, they start building up that kind of, your pixel dropping like crazy. So people start seeing your ads, your store, your brand everywhere. And you can see all these different exchanges. These are the networks that they're all connected to. Everything, you'll also find a lot of them in different areas associated with Google. So wherever anyone's using Google AdWords and showing AdSense ads, you can also tie into their ad population as well. The cool thing with media buys is you could be very, very cheap, and there's so much surplus inventory out there that you can get traffic really, really cheap. A lot of the times I only pay a penny per click. 1 or 2 pennies per click, which means you get 50 to 100 views for $1. Now, if you actually turn into an order from that with everything you've got going on, then hey, that's quids in. I don't mind spending $1 to make $2. I will write that blank check all day long. But obviously you want to make sure you're getting leads, you're driving people in, and that's the key with paid media. You want to make sure you're at least breaking even, because that is increasing your basically your brand perception everywhere. So there you go, guys. That is how you create. Basically, once you've got your targets and everything else, you create your campaign. Very simple. It walks you through everything. You can create a new campaign, or create a new folder with all your campaigns for all your different ASON sites. It is pretty easy. All you do is just create a new campaign. Let's say that it was a website campaign. You would then target everything, or a retargeting campaign. Drop your pixel, create a custom audience, drop a pixel, and everything else. Contextual campaign, no problem. Go through all of these different things. There's some great training on here. But again, I just wanted to kind of give you an overview of that's what we do. Start with Facebook, okay? And then once your campaign's created, obviously upload your changes. Don't forget to do that. But start there, get some numbers, and then expand into Site Scout. There's some great courses out there about paid media, and I'll see if I can find a couple of links to some good ones. Dark Post Profits. There's also Media Buy Academy. I'll see if I can find links to those and put those links below. But those are, if you want to really, really get in depth, I can only cover so much in these short advanced videos. I could do like 15 to 20 hours going into excruciating detail. But I just wanted to give you the surface. Here's how you can get started real quick, show you a dark post, and then you're all good to go. So that's enough to get you going. That's enough to get some eyeballs on your page. Go start with that, and then if you really enjoy paid media, get deeper into it.